Welcome to the Deprogram show. I'm your host, RMJR. Man, we got a very special guest in the building, man. We got a legendary producer, man, has produced many tracks throughout the city, has produced for many legendary artists in and out the city. We're going to get into this in this very interview right here. We got the one, the only, Mr. Ducky Devito right here on the Deprogram show. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on with you, man?
Man, I can't call it, man. So, man, you got a long journey, man, a long journey. And we going to get right into it, man. So, man, what got you into doing beats? Like, how did it all start for you?
Well, I say it initially started with my mama because, on Saturday mornings, everybody mama cleaned up on Saturday morning. So she used to play like a lot of music and I was so into the music. But really what got me into making beats was 8th grade year. My cousin JoJo, shout out to JoJo, long live JoJo, he did now. He came to my aunt's house with a tape. Now, don't know who was on the tape at the time. He was playing the tape. And then I heard it. It was some futuristic shit I have never heard of. And at the time, I didn't know about Coop. I didn't know about none of these things. But it was Coop and the Psychos.
So,
And this when I was in 8th grade. So when I heard that, I was like, all the shit that I thought I couldn't do, like all the music that I was like, okay, it's not obtainable. I can just listen to it. I can't make it. He made it made it to where I knew it could be made. You know what I'm saying?
and what year was this?
97. I don't want to say 96, 97.
Okay. Boy, it's so how did you end up hooking up with Coop? Cause we
this what happened. My cousin JoJo used to be at my house, so I just was like, shit, I want to meet this dude that's making this music because I always wanted to make music, just didn't say obtainable because I didn't know nothing about equipment. I didn't know nothing. So when I knew I could make music, JoJo just was always pushing me. So I think JoJo kind of went to Cooper's like, I got a little cousin and want to make music. But at the time, Coop just was, everybody was at Coop's house. So Coop didn't care who was up there. So I used to start going up to Coop's house when everybody was up there making music. And Coop was making beats, everybody was rapping. I used to just go up there as the little half pint cousin just tagging along. And somehow Coop just kind of like, I don't know if he just took a liking to me just because I was just so, I just want to be around the music. I guess he just like being cool and he just kind of taught me how to make beats.
So, and what year was this?
Yeah, it's right about the same year, about 96, 98. I mean, 96, 97. So 98 is when I went to 9th grade. So by that time, I was making beats.
So you learned how to make beats in middle school?
Yeah, middle school.
So what was if you can remember, what was the first track you produced?
Well, the first track I actually produced myself and it got heard was on the Sam Thuggalation album. It's called Fuck With Me was the song. And I made that my dad bought me a beat machine. He bought me a Roland R70 beat machine. And I had made a whole bunch of beats on just a beat machine. And my other cousin, which is House Wolf, everybody know House Wolf was the engineer for Fam at the time. He had came over to my aunt's house, which my aunt just got the famous house, so he was about to go over that part. So he came over there, and I guess JoJo had told him that I made beats. And he heard it, and he wanted to deal with me on making music. So my first real making a song with doing the beat and it's going for a song was Ham Thuggalation Fuck With Me.
So let me ask you this. Back in the day, it used to be a group, a beat like a production team. Triple X Beats. Was you a part of that?
I didn't officially get to be a part of Triple X Beat till around the time me and Coop was in college. So that was around about 2002.
Oh,
Like Coop would deal with me on making music and show me how to do work the equipment, but he didn't officially feel like I was in Triple X Beats until I got to college.
okay. So from Coop, how long did you and Coop work together?
Well, and we officially started really working together when I got to TSU. He was staying in these apartments on Hammond Street in TSU. So I used to go over there and he taught me how to sample and use the equipment that he had over there because he had like slightly different equipment there than he did when I first met him at his aunt house. But he it was right about 2002 and we got it cracking in. I forgot what the exact question you asked, but
No, I was saying how long did y'all work together?
oh, I can't really put a time because I think 2002 up until like 2004 or five. Because I think I'm not trying to skip ahead, but I think I did Big Stacks. I started working with Big Stacks around about 2008, I think. 2007, 2008. So right up until when I started working with Big Stacks, it was me and Coop working together. So I'd say like 2002 up until 2005, 2006.
So what song is it? Any songs that we don't know that y'all produced together that came out?
No, not really. I did no, we was just making a lot of beats. I can't remember that anybody ever just rapped on. But at the time I was hanging out with him and he was taking me to different people where he was selling beats and he allowed me to sell beats. So a lot of people was rapping on my personal beats, but me and his beats together, I don't think too many people rapped on those. We was just making a whole lot of beats.
Okay. So it started with Coop. Then from Coop, what happened? Well, how did y'all branch off?
Well, Coop, I at the time I was kind of following Coop's sound, so it's like, Coop had a sound at the time. It was more of a like band sound, and I had that sound, and at the time, Coop had got this keyboard from Mike J. I don't know if you know Mike J from Boone Heights.
From Boone Heights, Mafioso click Mike J.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Mike J let him keep this rolling Phantom keyboard, and I just started making beats on that. And then my beats started to sound a little different. And that's kind of when I found my sound. Now, at that time, like just kind of skipping ahead, but I had got introduced to Big Stacks. So when Big Stacks heard my beats, he was really messing with it. So I started just making beats for Big Stacks. And then that's kind of how we branched out. I started doing that. And he was just doing his own thing.
Okay. So you talked about having your own sound. So I gotta ask you, how many producers? I'm gonna start on a local level. How many producers in the city do you feel like got their own sound that's not mimicking other people? Because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of what we hear, and they get mad at me on this one. A lot of what we hear is mimic. It's not original. I'm gonna just be quite honest. So how many producers do you feel got their own sound?
In the city, it's a couple. Like honestly, Mike Mike Myrtle, Mike Stallone. He didn't sound like nobody. Wayne at the time, playing on the beat, he really didn't sound like nobody. He had more of a sound click sound at the time. But he just he out of here. He got platinum plaques. He pretty much didn't sound like nobody. Uh Coop had his own sound. Like, Coop got his own sound. When you hear a Coop beat, you know it's a Coop beat. But everybody else kind of like followed the Atlanta sound. Like, it's a couple other people that I might be missing. They might have a different sound. I just ain't never heard it. But most everybody else just kind of followed the Atlanta sound like everybody else.
Why do you think that is?
And it make money. And it's that bop is the bop that the club is dealing with. Like, if you want to get your shit played out, everybody gonna flock to those beats. Like the 808 Mafia, all that trap sound. That's always gonna make money. If we selling beats, it's always gonna make money. So it's easy to do. And it's like a formula that they just do it so quick now, so it's easier.
So do you think that hinders with people mimicking other people like the Atlanta sound? Do you think that hinders the city as a whole from having their own signature sound?
Yeah, it does. Like, I think people think that we had a signature sound, and if you listen to the sounds from back in the '90s, I people might be mad at me for saying this, but it's not a good sound.
What you mean?
Like, we had a.
What you mean by it's not a good sound?
It don't age. Like, Memphis, like, you think about the Memphis sound, that shit that they doing now, they was doing that in the '90s. They made it sound cleaner now, but it aged well. You know what I'm saying? Like, it aged well. The trap sound is evolving, it's still aging. The New York sound, it evolves, but it's aging well. If you go back and listen to a lot of that old stuff from people back in like the late '90s, early 2000s, Chattanooga, it don't sound as good today like it did then. You got certain songs that still sound good. Like, Vinny albums always gonna be classic, but a lot of them tracks on the album don't sound as good today as it did at the time.
So do you think because we got away from it, do you think if people would have stayed with the sound that they could have kept it up to date and made it sound cleaner?
I mean, it could have evolved, but it's like it's just so many people. Like, think about people like Ebo. I thought Ebo had one of the good sounds in the city. I don't know if a lot of people that heard Ebo beats, but Ebo had some hard beats.
Yeah, Ebo produced.
Q-Ball had hard beats, even though he not from Chattanooga. He has some hard beats, and I feel like he could have contributed to our sound at the time, and we could have upgraded. But I feel like if you was going for a real Chattanooga sound, you would kind of have to follow what Coop was doing because of the fact that Wild Out is more of a Chattanooga staple. So it's got to be like everything in Chattanooga will probably have to sound like that. And that will be our sound. You get what I'm saying?
You talking about like the Wild Out beat?
Yeah. That would be more of our sound because that was like the biggest song in Chattanooga got.
That's my brother, that's your brother, but I'm gonna say this. Wild Out, and I know you a music head, so you know where I'm finna go with this. Wild Out couldn't have been that song right there, and a lot of people don't know this. That couldn't have been our sound because that has too many elements of another song, and I ain't gonna give them the song. I'm gonna let them do their own research. Do you agree or disagree?
This what I'm gonna ask. Do you think it was like a Rough Rider sound?
Man, listen. Without
I mean,
you
Coop
know,
is our
Coop
is our brother. You know good well Coop ain't gonna care about us saying.
I mean, he ain't, but I'm not gonna give them the song, but you know where it come from. I'm gonna say this. By that statement, I can't, cause I was like, this sounds too familiar.
But think about this. Okay, if we gonna do that, then we could never say Shine would have been the sound because Shine ain't nothing but a remake of Usher.
You make me want
or Too Small to Ball was bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Like so, it's like all this sound that would have been like that would have. All the reason why I say the Wild Out would have been it because it was the biggest song at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that could have been our sound. Former Riders probably could have been our sound, but if you listen to the Rock On album, none of them beats was similar. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was too like Cue Ball produced some tracks on there.
Yeah.
I think Ebo produced some tracks on Rock On.
I think House Who did a one or two, and it's like, bro, it was too many sounds to be considered one sound.
I'm with you on that.
So that's why I was saying, like, if we would have had a sound, Wild Out would have been the closest thing we would have had to a sound because we could have adapted that sound. We could have adapted the hard shit. I mean, even though at the time, Louisiana was using all those hard, like all the Louisiana songs was sounding like that. But we could have adapted that and made that our own. We just didn't never run with it.
So let me ask you this. Do you think it's too late to develop a sound as a whole?
Definitely too late. It's definitely too late.
Why you say that?
Because there's too many influences around us to find a sound because we'll still be biting off somebody else's sound. To find our sound. Just like if I feel like if we had a sound to have, we should stick more to Memphis than anything. I'm not saying do they same melodies, but the drums should sound like Memphis just because we Tennessee. Tennessee is more gangster than anything. Like everybody knows it be popping off in Georgia, but Georgia has their swag, trappy. Tennessee more gangster with it. So it's gotta sound more gangster. And the sound that's got that gangster sound to it would be the Memphis sound.
Because I'm with you on that. Because if you go back to the people who know history, especially the Chattanooga music history, especially with rap, a lot of it was that gritty. It was like the gritty, grimy sound in the late '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
But Tennessee also got some player in them.
But you gotta think that Memphis sound still had play in it because you gotta think they was using them 70 samples and all that, but the drums was still the same with them player samples.
Yeah,
the drums is what drove the sound. It wasn't the melodies. It wasn't none of that. It was the drum pattern and the cadence of the drums that drove the sound.
Okay. I mean, I'm with you on that. So let's go back to the Psychos. Like your cousin was in the Psychos, God rest his soul, as well as Coop. You worked with Coop. Coop was in the Psychos. So what did you experience from like being in the mix of the Psychos musically?
Man, And of course, me and you done talked about this, but they was at the time they was like the Wu-Tang. Like it was so many of them niggas up there rapping and recording. It's like it was just a lot of niggas up there. But I just like how looking at Coop like just making beats, like without a care in the world, making beats, everybody just rapping on. And it just showed me that like, okay, this music shit can be done. It ain't that hard like I thought it was.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, and not to pick on Coop, that's our brother. Do you think? Do you think Coop? Do you think Coop stuck? Do you think he get? Do you think he's got away from that sound?
uh, nah, not really. Like just cause the fact he's stuck, I feel like he's stuck in a time, and I've been trying to get him out of being stuck in a time. But of course, he know I say this. I say this to everybody. He don't want to evolve his sound. I think Coop. This is just how I think. Coop is my sensei. I think Coop is one of the best producers ever in the whole city. I don't think nobody can touch him. I just think he's so used to dealing with the same monotonous sound, it don't seem like. But I feel like if Coop had the ability to have everything at his hand like the rest of the producers got, he'll blow a lot of them out the water.
So why you think he hasn't tapped into that? Of course, I mean just based on your opinion.
He's stubborn. He's stuck in his ways. He's stubborn, like a lot of old people is.
So
that's just real. That's just real talk. I mean, he's stuck in his. Well, you done been around him. He's stuck in his ways. And he gonna do it. He gonna do it. He don't care. You gotta respect it, I guess. But I can't get stuck in one way. I gotta keep evolving. I gotta get around the younger kids. I gotta hear what they doing. I gotta implement what they doing. So what I'm doing to make me better, like I have to. I've never been stuck on one sound. And he's always been like that. He'll get one piece of equipment and be stuck on it forever until you make him get on something else.
So do you think that is hinder him?
Hell yeah.
So,
like Coop will be the greatest producer the city has ever seen. I don't care what nobody say or what nobody feel about that. He will be the greatest producer the city has ever seen if he actually had what all of us have. If he had a fraction of what all of us had, he'll be the greatest.
Go into detail about what you mean by all of y'all as far as the rest of the producers.
I mean, like just what you mean? You gotta be more specific.
You said if he had a fraction of what all y'all got. Far as like,
we got all the technology. Like I know niggas that got every sound that's probably done been made. Like I got like me personally, I got so many sounds I can't even fit it on my laptop. Like I got hard drives and hard drives of sounds. I work in different DAWs, which is digital workstations. I work in different ones to be able to do different type of beats. He's sticking with one DAW, which is Reason, with the same sounds we had when I first gave him Reason back in the day.
So you think he don't want to use different programs to have access to all the sounds, so it's limiting him.
That it is limiting him. I don't know why he don't want to do it. Or maybe he just certain people just get good at one thing and they be like, it's working, so I'm not moving. I feel like that's where he is. It's like he feel like it's working for him, so he never gonna move from there. I can't be complacent like that. I gotta find the next thing, the next sound. I gotta find it. So I'm gonna always move. Like I'm in Logic Pro right now, but soon as I get done with this, I'm going to Ableton Live. So it's like I'm going to different shit. I gotta learn different shit. I gotta hear different sounds.
So let me ask you this: being a producer, is it a way possible that you can mix certain sounds from this and certain sounds from that and kind of put them together?
Yeah, I do that all the time. That's all I do. That's why my sounds has always been different. Because I mix 100 different genres together to make one sound. That's why when people hear my beat, they be like, it's hard, but I don't know what to do with that. Because it's like, it's just different. Like, my music always gonna sound different from everybody. I got my drums is always gonna sound like they from business. My melody is always gonna sound almost atmospheric, like it should be black singing on them. Like, it's just, I just mix so much stuff together to make one sound.
So, since we talking like we in that time period, I'm gonna ask this question like 2 or 3 different times as we go along in this interview. From earlier on in your earlier producing stages, what is your top 3 beats in the early stages of your career?
Man,
Yeah.
my beat.
Yeah. That came out. That came out that people can either heard or they can go find.
Fuck with me on Fam Circulation. Believe it or not, I did 3. I think I was a part of 3 beats on that album, but I only got credited for 1. Fuck with me on Fam Circulation because that was my first beat. And if you would have seen what I made the beat on, it was so limited, you would have been like, oh, that was a great beat for what you made it on. Fuck with me is 1. Wrist Working from Big Stacks. I did a song, which was my first song I did with him called Wrist Working. And then with Twist. Twist, Lil White, General, Flip It. It's my 3rd favorite beat.
Okay. So did you make any beats for anybody in the Psychos?
I made some beats, but I don't think nobody really never rapped on them. That's the thing. Like, I made some shit for my cousin JoJo, but I ain't never really get nobody on a beat but JoJo. I really wanted Mike D on the beat, but that didn't really. By the time I found myself, Mike D was out the picture. So,
okay. So let me ask you this: Who is your favorite? Who is your favorite, far as lyricists or they artistry? Period. Who is your favorite member of the Psychos and why?
Mike D.
And why is that?
Mike D. Listen, he was so at the time. I was like, I like that smooth swag, gangster shit, and that's what Mike D did. Mike D was to me was the best one out of all of them. Like, they all was good. Don't get me wrong, but Mike D was that one. Like, if we talk about Psychos, man, we just talk about the whole conglomerate, because you got to think Young Kane wasn't in the Psychos. I don't think.
You sure?
Kane might have been in the Psychos. You know what? Because they was on that Southern Living album, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, shit. Okay, if Young K is it, Young K is the best. I wish, and I talk to Young K now, and I wish people could hear what he did or know who he was. Like, ain't nobody know but us. Like, people I ain't know who Young K was. But Young K, if he rapped the way he was rapping then now, it'll still sound good. He kind of like Sean Paul.
Case,
like Sean Paul.
Still hard. My bad.
Yeah, he still, like, he kind of like Sean Paul. Like, no matter how old Sean Paul get, you know Sean Paul from the Young Bloods get on the song. he gonna kill it. That's kind of how Young Taylor is to me. Like his rapping ability was just like different from everybody, and he was hard.
So moving along, you said from the Psychos, you started working with Big Stacks.
Well, now from when I left Coop, I started working with Fam.
Okay.
So when I was supposed to, me and DJ 20 Grand
Shout
was
out
supposed
20
to,
grand.
yeah, me and him was supposed to produce for the Young Ballers.
Lil Gwell and D-Lo.
Yeah, we were supposed to produce they project.
Okay.
Don't know what happened. Why they project never came out. But we did me 20 grand. That's what I did 20 grand, and we was supposed to produce for their ass.
Interesting. Cause I know the single came out, and correct me if I'm wrong. Go ahead.
That was before when they brought the single out. That's what Psychos brought their single out. Mm-hmm. That was right before House Move had got me 20 grand. I guess when they dropped that single is when they figured, okay, we gonna come out with a project and we finna get some young producers to work on.
So did they do more songs than the songs that was on the actual single?
So from my knowledge, they did those songs that was on the single. They were it.
Yeah, cause I mean, I know D-Lo more personally than I know Gwell, but I know both of them personally. So from the Young Ballers, what else? You say y'all worked on the Thugulation. From the
I did Fuck With Me. I did a part of that Recognize and Realize. I didn't get credited for that one though. And there was another one though that I worked on too, and I didn't get credit for that either. But I got credit for Fuck With Me.
So I'm gonna ask the question: why you think you didn't get credit for those two?
I was a young nigga. I think I was just in there working on the MPC or whatever. Because at the time, I didn't really know about the MPC. I had my drum machine in there. They was leading it up to the MPC, and I'm doing drum part. And I know I did a drum part, and I did another part to that Recognize. And I think Housewood did the rest. And I guess it was just like, hey, he do the whole beat, so we ain't gonna say his name on that. But Fuck With Me, I did the whole entire beat.
And they did put your name on there.
Yeah, I did get my name on that.
Okay. So, what else? Like, did you do any more beats at Fam that came out?
Now I did a whole lot of tracks, but it was a lot of stuff going on at the time where I started feeling like I was just, you start thinking like maybe I should be making money because I know Coop was making money selling beats. And I'm like, shit, I should be making money too. And I kind of was like going to the house with about making money. They was kind of like, yeah, we ain't really paying nobody for no beats around here. You know, and it just kind of like fizzled out.
So you felt like you putting this work in, you getting your craft, and then you see stuff coming out and you know money is being made, and you like, hey, man, I need to get paid.
Yeah, and at the time, I'm thinking like, hey, you just told me $10 for this beat. I'm good. Like, because you gotta think they gave me, I had the key to Fab Studios. I had the security code. Like, I could go in there anytime I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was in there making beats all the time. So it just started getting weird. Like, shout out to Housewood, that's my cousin. Just water under the bridge. I ain't thinking no more about it. But he just started changing the code on the computer so I could get in there and make beats. It just get weird. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of fizzled out. It's like what it was. A couple of albums came out because at the time, Coop had got some on Shawn the Thug album, and it just kind of phased out.
So when all that happened, what was in your mind? What was going through your mind when all that happened? For us, the changing of the passwords and all that.
I just knew, man. I was just like, man. I was saying at the time, I was like, man, he tripping, bro. Like it was kind of like a pound trip. Like when you want to trip about getting paid or getting some money, I'm gonna do. You know, so I'm gonna try and password to you. Like you can't even come here and make me. That's kind of how I felt about it. But I guess at the time, like I guess it was a learning experience. Now that I look at it, I'm older. It was just a learning experience. I did have to, I guess, quote unquote, pay dues. I really wasn't nobody. Like, didn't nobody know about me making beats. And that was kind of like my first chance to just work in a real studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So after the fam situation, where did you transition to next?
Well, that's when I went off to college. Because in the fam situation, I was like the 11th, 12th grade.
Okay.
So I went off to college, and then that's when I didn't know how to I didn't know how to sample at the time. So when I went out to college, and like I said, Coop had the apartment around the corner from the campus. I stayed on campus. He used to let me come to his apartment, and he taught me how to sample. So we was like manually triggering the samples while we was recording to a CD. He had like a Boss DR5 beat machine, the Groove Box 505, and like a doctor sample or some shit. And he taught me how to chop on samples and sample.
So did y'all what led into your decision to even go to TSU?
Well, my first initial, I got accepted in the ETSU, TSU, Alabama A&M, and Jackson State. I wanted to go to Jackson State, but in realistic terms, my dad was like, "Oh, my nigga, I don't know. I'm going to pay for Jackson State. You need to go somewhere in Tennessee."
In-state tuition.
Yeah, so like everybody I knew was going to TSU, so I'm like, let me go to TSU. It was a girl that I was really loving at the time. She was going to ETSU. I should have followed her. If I would have followed her, I probably would have graduated. But I went to TSU with the niggas and did nigga shit.
So, do you regret going to TSU instead of ETSU?
Hell yeah, I regret that shit. Because when I went to TSU, I didn't do shit. You got to think everybody I knew was up there. My brother was up there. I knew it was like going to Breda, going to Howard and Breda. It was like going to like a school in Chattanooga.
So how long was you at TSU?
From 2002 to 2005 is while I was in school, but I lived in Nashville after that.
So while living in Nashville, were you still producing?
Yeah, and by that time I had bought an MPC and I had a little couple of pieces of equipment. One of my roommates at the time, I know a lot of people don't know who he is, but that was Red. But he had a cousin named Centauri, which a lot of people probably know that guy because he's from down south. And he just went to jail for murder.
Okay.
But Centauri was his cousin. He was in the jail at the time. And Centauri used to always call like, hey, I'm coming. When I get out, I'm coming up there. And when he got out, he came up to Nashville to stay with us for a minute. And he brought a Yamaha Motif keyboard. So I was working on the Motif. I had an MPC. I had a little piece of equipment in the apartment we had.
So did you make any beats for anybody in Nashville while you were staying there?
I did for a couple of people in TSU. I can't even remember their names. All I know is one of the dudes I used to make beats for, his cousin was in the drum squad at the time with drummer boy Swizzo. Well, Swizzo with his cousin. And we went to school with like Yo Gotti cousins. So it was like I was trying to get beats to All Star. I didn't ever have it because All Star had his own producer at the time, which was a dude from Nashville. So most of the time I just come home on the weekend and share beats with Coop to like different people around the city.
So what led to you coming back to the city after living in Nashville?
I got a job in Orange Grove because I did a job in Nashville that was just like Orange Grove. It was a whole other company, but Orange Grove was paying me a whole lot more money because I had experience. So I went down on. Yeah, I can remember the day. It was Halloween 2006, and I went down for an interview and got the job and moved back like a couple of days later.
Okay. Do you regret moving back? Or you because let's go ahead.
I've been different about shit. Like I wouldn't have been doing that in Nashville with just bullshit around. Like I would have been doing that to really no different. You get what I'm saying? Like I think I did as far as music. I think I did better in Chattanooga than I would have did in Nashville because Nashville was a whole lot bigger, and I really didn't fool with too many Nashville. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I met most of the people musically while I was in Chattanooga.
So once you came back to Chattanooga, is that how did you end up meeting Big Stacks?
Well, I'm just harkening back to when I first got my MPC. This was a little bit while I was in college. I don't know if you remember when Coop Kane and young Kane was doing the Golden Boys.
Yeah, when they was associated with Down South. Shout out to D Scott.
Well, this was after that because I dealt with D Scott at that time too. I was trying to sell beats to him for D Cooler, which I did get a beat with D Cooler, kind of Niggas in the Trap. So one of them tapes he came out with, I had a beat with D Cooler with Niggas in the Trap. But they was recording their album that Block on How Was It Day.
In the house or on the they had
by that old theater. You remember that old theater?
Yeah,
in that little complex over there.
Yeah, right after they moved out of the house on Meade Circle.
Yeah, so I remember going to that house on Meade Circle one time too, but they was recording their album and Block shit. So I went up there. It was my first time ever really meeting Block. And Block just embraced me like I had an MPC, didn't know how to use it, didn't understand why I couldn't get it to work. And Block was like, "Hey man, you know you got to sample drum sounds into it, right?" I'm like, "Nah, I didn't know that. I thought it came with it." He was like, "Nah." So Block gave me a whole bunch of drums. Just a whole bunch of drums. Like he didn't even know me. He was like, "Here's some drums, bro. Just you can take whatever you want. You can have it all." So that's how me and Block, I'm always be locked in with Block just because of that. But yeah, Block, I was dealing with Block. And that's how I did Block. But at the time when I did Big Stacks, I don't even remember when Block and Big Stacks was like in cahoots for a minute over there on Riverside Drive. They had a studio on Riverside Drive. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember when the studio was on Riverside Drive. I never went over there, but I do remember when the studio was on Riverside Drive.
That's what I think at the time Stacks was trying to start doing music. So he was fucking with Block over there. And Block knew who I was by this time. So Block kind of introduced me to Stacks. So at the time Stacks was on the trap music. I was really doing a lot of trap music at the time. So that kind of married. I just started playing beats with Stacks. And here Stacks just started buying beats. Like Stacks was the first person that bought beats regularly, like with no problem. And then this sounded like some trap shit. He was go back.
So let's see. I think did you do Who did the beat? I think it's called "My Chain Weigh More Than My Box Chevy" or something like that.
I'm gonna tell you who did. I'm gonna tell you all the beat makers at that time. The local beat makers was me and Mike Murphy, which is Mike Stallone on Facebook now. But he was getting a lot of his beats from Zaytoven. And a lot of people don't know this. He was getting beats from, at the time, he was called Metro Beats. But, and now his name is Metro Boomin.
So hold up. I don't want to skim over that. Hold on. So Big Stacks back in the day was getting beats from Zaytoven and Metro Beats, which end up becoming Metro Boomin.
Oh, no, that ain't it. He was getting beats from Southside. He was getting beats from someone that did the Big Beat Slayer, who was, I forgot his damn name. Damn. He was getting beat. All them was just not starting. They was just not getting on the scene. Like Southside, all that. The first people of 808 Mafia, Stacks was getting beats from them then when they was young. Stacks had a verse from Waka Flocka before he got big. Like Stacks was big in the trap. Like people don't understand. Stacks was big in trap. Like Stacks was big. He was bigger than what people really knew he was to be. Like he was big.
Cause I remember going to like different cities, and it's like no matter where I saw, I could be in Alabama, I could be in like Knoxville, different little cities, and I would always, like, if you go to any little quickie mark or something like that sold CDs, I always seen Big Stack CD in there, and I was like, dang, he everywhere.
Bruh, people don't. I hate that he don't got the legendariness that he should because of how it ended. But man, Stacks was bigger than what people ever can know. I know it because I was around and I knew how they was dealing with him at Atlanta. Like Stacks could have been one of the big trap rappers in Atlanta. It just everything just kind of, with him going to jail and him the aneurysm, it just all kind of just went sideways.
So, how is he? Have you talked to him recently? I hope he's doing all right. Because I was like,
I haven't physically talked to him. I did talk to him when he got out of jail. He said, what I'm saying, as good as you don't be from a person that had suffered an aneurysm. You know how my mama had suffered an aneurysm, so I know how it is. Like, how they'll be as sharp as they was. You know what I'm saying? That's a serious brain injury. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So to me, he was still good, but I don't know why he didn't jump back into music. I don't know. I didn't have that conversation with him. I done kind of posted at him a couple of times, and he kind of like, what I'm saying, he might say something on Facebook, but I don't know why he didn't come back and do nothing.
Shout out Big Stacks, cause see, aneurysms, with the aneurysm thing, my father passed of an aneurysm, and my aunt also died, and that's on two different sides. My aunt on my mother's side and my father both died of aneurysm, so I know how serious that is.
Yeah, it is. Like my mama almost died 2 years ago. Matter of fact, this month she almost died. But she here with me. She doing real good. Like she ain't got no issues now, but that shit is serious.
Yeah, so to make it through that is a blessing. So I salute anybody who made it through that, cause that's a whole different ball game. So
yeah,
after Big Stacks, you said you work with D. Like at the time you was working, like you was dealing with D Scott, who was around.
Well, and that was a little bit before Big Stacks, but at the time D was pushing D Cooler. D Cooler. D Cooler had the trap clothes, trap. I think Trey might have had Trout Walk at the time. This was the whole time when he was on Murder Road. So I had kind of stuck in there with Coop because Coop had some kind of little dealing with him at the time. And of course, Coupon was gonna bring me along to sell beats. So I just kind of snuck in that situation. And I was originally, I'm gonna always say this story. The niggas in the trap beat that I got from D Cooley, I originally made that for Trey Hayes. But Trey Hayes turned it down.
Why you think he turned it down?
Is you want me to be serious or you want me to be funny?
I mean, I want you to answer it the way you want to answer it.
Okay, and the funny answer is he just like Nas and he don't know how to pick beats. The serious answer, I don't know, maybe he just wasn't feeling the beat at the time. Maybe he couldn't see what he could do on it at the time. But when D Cooley did a song to it, then he heard it, then he was like, damn, that was my beat. Which sometimes when you hear a beat, you might not know what to do with it. It might not just hit you at the time what you can do with it. And then somebody else do something with it, then you be like, damn, I could have went with that. And you kind of just miss out on it.
So I don't want to touch it, but I mean, you put it out there, so I'm gonna touch it. You said he's like Nas and don't know how to pick beats.
I think he don't. I mean, you got to think this. I think I kind of take every chance I get to shit on Trey Hayes, but Trey Hayes know I love him in real life. Like me and Trey Hayes have been around each other since middle school, so he know I really love him. But it's like Trey Hayes, I feel like the greatest tracks he skip over because he don't know what to do with. I don't think it's that he can't pick good beats. I think he just sometimes he don't know what to do with certain tracks until he hear it being done. Then he be like, damn, I could have had that track. And it's just how it is. I don't necessarily really think he don't know how to pick beats because songs you done been on sound good. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just when it comes to me, every time I ain't ever trying to come to him with a track, he'll turn it down. Somebody else will hear it and do something to it, and then he's like, dang, that was my beat. Well, it's too late now, buddy. Somebody else is now.
So let me ask you this. Cause y'all got a beat. I mean, y'all got a track. And that's actually, it's probably one of my favorite songs he done ever did. It's just me personally.
What song is that?
Two of them.
Okay, he just sent me that too. Because I didn't have a comment. He just sent it to me. I feel like that's one of his greatest songs, and I'm not saying that because I made that beat, but I feel like that's one of his greatest songs that nobody ever heard.
I mean, he put it. I think he.
When did he put it out on?
Let me. I don't want to lie on him, so I'm finna. As we doing this interview, I'm finna see if I can find the track listing for Happy Young Year. I believe he put it on there.
If he did, then I'm sorry, but I always tell him he never put it out. I was so mad because I'm like, that's one of his best songs. And I think it's because of the beat brought that out of him. Like, he went hard on it. I got the copy of the song, so if you ain't got a copy, I can send it to you.
He sent it to me. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. I got the track listing right here. Let's see. Come on.
And we made that after that was like 2010, 2011.
So hold up. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll see it out there, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. It ain't on Happy Young Year. Let me make sure it could go down.
Listen, that song, I'm telling you the year. That song was around 2010, 2011. Maybe 2010, because we was fooling with the white boys at the time. So I didn't start fooling with the white boys in 2010.
Happy Young Year came out. It was uploaded on Live Mixtapes August 18th, 2010. So hold up.
So it would be on that album or what after that?
Let's see. He also got, let me see. Was it on marijuana problems? I could have sworn.
You're searching too hard. You're searching too hard.
You say I'm searching too hard?
You're searching too hard, man. It ain't there. I keep telling you. He didn't put it out.
Man, I feel like he...
You can feel what you want to feel. He didn't put it out.
Man, hold on, man. Let me... I'm
Listen, we in the interview right now. You can't have out of dead air looking for a song that ain't there.
Nah, ain't no dead. Trust me, and you know this ain't no dead air. This is not dead air. God. Well, Trey, I tried.
He didn't put it out. He did put it out, man. And that's been my beef with him. Because every time I did like Jack J or something, it's like it's like he shit on me. Not really, not really, like he ain't just dissing me. But I'm just like, bro, every time I give him some heat, he don't fuck with. And he did, like, we was like, at the time we did two there, we was fucking with the white boys. So they was in the studio session, he asked for a beat, I sent him that. And he came out with two of them, and I thought, this is one of the greatest songs.
To me,
I don't know.
I'm gonna say this again. To me, that's my favorite song he ever done. To me.
So that up until that time, he was either rapping on cool beats or you know what I'm saying. I think that was his first time. That was the first beat he ever rapped on that I did. So it's just a different sound altogether anyway.
Yeah, that's one of them. Cause
and Cocaine Money was the second song he rapped on.
You did Cocaine Money. Is him? Is that him? Twist? Hold on, don't tell me. That's him, Twist, Vinny, and is Jelly Roll on there?
Yeah, Jelly Roll, Vinny. I don't think Twist on there. I don't remember him being on there.
I think it's on.
It's Muddy Water, DJ Muddy Water.
I think it's on. I thought that was on Play My. I thought that was on a Twist mixtape.
Nah, that's on one of the white boys mixtape on Steve. Tennessee Pusher's mixtape, I think.
Oh, okay. Cause I don't know why I thought Twist was on there.
Cocaine. We did a Cocaine Money remix that had Big Stacks, Vinny and Twist. We did a remix to it.
Okay. So let's see. So would it be safe to say after you said you was dealing with what happened from D Scott? What led you to working with Big Stacks from D Scott?
Just look for people to buy beats.
Okay.
At that time, I had been selling beats to like Tricky Slim and all these different people that Coop was going to. And I just was just looking for different people to sell beats to. And I just went over there because I know Block never had that studio on Roofside. I remember going over there and Block just introduced me to him. Was like, hey, he might have called me one of these little pit bulls the way you call everybody. He like, man, this one guy, he made beats. And then I started playing beats for Big Stacks, and it was what he was looking for. He was looking for a trap sound. And at the time, I was kind of making the trap sound.
So how did you end up after Big Stacks? Would that be when you started working with Twist?
Yeah, it was like, the funny thing is how me and Twist started working was just, I was just at work one night and I got a call. I got a call with Twist and he was like, hey man, I'm trying to get this feature from Project Pat. You think you can make me a beat? And I'm like, well, I got my backpack with my little setup in. I was like, give me about 2 hours. I send it to you. So I made the beat for Project Pat in like 2 hours, take it to him, and been working ever since.
So hold on. So are you telling me are you talking about the song Respect?
No, this was Project Pat kind of Chattanooga in like 2010.
Okay.
And he did verses up at the center and one night.
At Eastdale
And
Center.
he's there.
Okay.
Then Steve Manley brought him back. And that's when they had that studio in Red Bank. Hey, my nose stopped up, so you gotta look past it. But he had that studio in Red Bank, and he was Project Pat came back and did verses of them. So Twist and there was buying a verse from Project Pat the second time, and he needed a beat. So I came with the beat, and he was just like, "You gonna go up there with us?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I go up there." You know what I'm saying? I knew of the white dudes because I need to stop calling white dudes. I knew of the Valley Boys, which was DJ Muddy Waters,
Steve the Instigator, and
Solo,
and
my brother.
One Trigger, the DJ, rocking with them too.
Nah, he was just everybody's DJ. He wasn't really with them. He was with all of us.
Okay.
We was all full with Trigger the DJ.
Okay.
So they like I had met them over Big Stacks house one time. I don't know why they was there. The fun thing is I met Genesis, the great kid, at Big Stacks house too. That was random, but
shout out Genesis.
So I had knew Steve there from our Big Stacks house. So we went up there, and I don't nobody know this story, but everybody was doing they features with Project Pat. Up came, it was our turn. So we played a beat. I had this sample, I forgot who sung it, but it was called Check Me Out. So it was like it's a 70 sample. So I do my thing on 70 samples. I don't know if you ever heard, you can ask Coop, I go crazy on 70 samples. So I play it. Project Pat stopped us like, "Hey, who made this beat?" Everybody like point me out like he made it. Project Pat was like, "Man, I want these." So we like, well, but like we kind of like, huh? So he was kind of like, "Hey, we can still do the song, but I want the song for me."
Okay.
So me, Twist, Doe, all us, they came. We was like, "Hold on, we gonna go have power." We stepped outside. He was like, "Man, he wants the song." I just kind of kept it real with him. I'm like, I'm a 3-6 Mafia head. Like, so this music is just my thing from when I was young. So this was an honor to even have Project Pat on the song. You know what I'm saying? But when I told them, I said, "Hey, he gonna get this song, and we not gonna get paid for it. He probably gonna take you off and keep it for himself because he don't too much care about the song. He wants this beat." And at the time, I didn't know business on music. You know what I'm saying? I was just making $50, $75 here and there. I didn't know music business.
Okay.
So I was like, he gonna pretty much take this beat and just keep it himself. So I just told him, I said, "Bro, we can tell him to get on the song and we just keep it ourselves, or we can just build. Like, we can just lead the situation." So we kind of went back to Project Pat. We kind of like presented him like, "Nah, you can't have the song that's ours." And Project Pat was kind of like, we kind of like came to the conclusion like, "Well, we just not gonna do the song."
Damn.
Because you want the song. We need the song because we feel like we need you as a feature. But we know once you get this song, you're not gonna keep us on this song. You probably gonna take, because he kept asking what the sample was, and I wouldn't tell him. And I'm thinking like he want to know what this sample is, so he can tell his brother what this sample is, and they can just take it. So we just walked away from that shit.
So let me ask you this, because being that said, have you ever heard his brother since then, or him rap on the same sample?
Yeah.
So,
You talking about G? You talking about Project Making Juicy J, right?
Yeah, that's his brother. So you done. So
it's a sample kind named after me. He rapped on it on one of his albums. Project Mac rapped on it on his album.
So he ended up finding what the sample was.
Oh, you talking about that? Nah, they never used that sample.
Okay.
I still to this day never heard nobody use.
So I got a question. Did the song did they ever do the song on that sample?
No, we didn't even get to the part of doing the song. He heard the beat and he voted the beat right there and there. We didn't even get to make the song.
So let me ask you this. And what year was this?
2010.
Do you think all these many years later that he would still want the beat?
For sure. The beat still hard.
So, knowing that you know business now.
If he came to me today, he definitely could get the beat.
Okay. So
he definitely could get the beat.
Cause I'm like, that's like honestly, the two of them.
And I can get the beat to him. Like that, like him and Twist still can communicate. Like I can get the beat to him.
Yeah, cause I mean I got a line. Unless he done changed his number, I got his number as well.
And he be eager to work. It's almost like he be needing the money, but I ain't gonna say that. But he be eager to work.
Yeah, so at this point, would you give him, I mean, not give it to him, but would you work out business so he could use the beat exclusively?
Hell yeah.
So do you regret?
Hell yeah. Yes, I regret it. It could have been a better look. It could have been a better look for me to him to get the beat. But I was so afraid of, because I didn't know that I was so afraid he would not get credit. Or I was loyal. Like, I'm loyal to, if a person showed that they fuck with me, I fuck with them. But I always gonna be loyal. So the way Twisted did was like, kind of, they was asking me what did I want to do. And I'm just like, well, nah, I'm fucking with y'all. My nigga, like, if he gonna throw y'all on the song, then he gonna get the song going. Like, they would have been okay with it if I would have just said, yeah, let them get it. Like, they would have been all right with it because they asked me what I thought. They was like, what you want to do? Like, it's your beat. So I was just like, bro, nah, I fuck with y'all. I ride with y'all.
I'm going to be honest. I know you didn't know the business. So honestly, I think y'all made the best decision possible then. And
at that time. So we didn't know nothing.
I'm going to tell you why. Because what would have happened, he would have got the beat. You didn't know your business. No disrespect to Project Pat. But he would have probably gave his brother producer credit and they would have ran off with the beat. Even
if that, they would have got the beat, they would have found out what the sample was regardless. And they probably would have remade it, and then they would have been legal. Because it's a sample, so it ain't like I owned it. I just owned the drum part.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It get tricky.
Oh, yeah. So, I got it. Working with Twist. What is your, cause we talked about Big Stacks. We talked about two of them with Trey, which I hope came out. If not, I love the song. But matter of fact, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it in the morning on the wake up. But it's just like, what's your favorite track you produced for Twist, aka T Rise?
Okay, this is a track that ain't nobody go ever hear, so we lost it. We didn't lose the drive messed up, but in the beginning, Sleeping was my best song, and that was my first. Sleeping was my first song to get a major artist on it. Like Lil White was my first major artist to get on one of my tracks.
Okay.
And then you gotta think, then Jelly Roll just jumped on it. Like at that time, Jelly Roll was around. He was jumping on anything.
Yeah, I remember that.
So Flip It, Flip It is that's the one that hurt my feelings the most. Because we didn't know business. Flip It could have made so much money for us if we would have knew the business. But the best song I think that I did for Twist was this song called Mayday.
You said
And nobody will never hear it.
You said Maybach?
Mayday.
Mayday. Why won't nobody
Mayday.
know? Do y'all got the song?
Nope. It was on the drive and the drive messed up.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
Who had the drive when it messed up?
Now it was in the studio. You know how sometimes them drives get corrupted, and then it was on the corrupt drive.
Cause
and we lost all that music that was on the drive.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what was the lesson learned from that experience?
Bag up your shit 2 or 3 times.
Cause you be surprised how many times I've heard that same story. And it'd be some legendary stuff that be lost on the drive.
Now, we had another drive with some good songs on it, and that one got stolen at the other studio. Somebody broke the studio and stole that drive. But the crazy thing is, me and Twist literally got thousands of songs. Thousands. You got to think, for years, me and Twist was in the studio every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday making music, eating chicken, making music. That's all we was doing, making songs. I be making the beat, and while I'm making the beat, he coming out with the song. So by the time I'm done with the beat, the song done, we record it, then we on to the next.
Okay. So I gotta ask you this, because we talked about Coop, who changed his name from Coop de Villion to Coop the Beat Man. We talked about Trey, who changed his name from Trey 80 to Young Trey.
I changed my name a billion times.
So, with that being said, what's going on with the city with all these name changing? Why do you think that is?
Well, sometimes you just got to evolve. Like me, I had to evolve my name. Because, of course, I've been Duck since I was 10. Okay. So Duck is always going to be the center of what my name going to be, because that's been my nickname since Little League. So everybody know me as Duck in the city.
Okay.
So when I started, it was just Little Duck. Because of course, I'm little, short, or whatever. Then it evolved into me being Duck Tracks. When I really started making beats and being known, it was Duck Tracks, because it's almost like doing that whole track with the eggs was cool at the time. And then when I evolved into doing hooks and shit, I was like, I really don't want to do Duck Tracks. I just want a name. So I went with Ducky Devito, which derived from Daddy DeVito. That anybody that don't really know who I am, and then they see me, they be like, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes
Daddy
sense.
DeVito, Ducky DeVito, it makes perfect sense. So it took me a while to evolve to Ducky DeVito. And then my tags over time evolved too with my names.
So let's talk about the tags. What was your first tag?
Well, the first tag I was using was Triple X Beats at the time. Then it went from Triple X Beats to Flow Transit, because me and my cousin, the one that put me on Reason 3.0, me and him was supposed to have a production team together, and we was calling ourselves Flow Transit. So when you hear some of Big Stack's old music, you hear Flow Transit in the beginning, that's me.
Okay.
So if you go to some of the old songs that he came out with, Flow Traffic is me. So I went from Flow Traffic to my cousin really wasn't making beats no more. So I was like, I need to do my own thing. So I went with Who's Your Daddy? It was Daughter Duck. It was Daughter Duck singing Who's Your Dad?
I remember
So
that.
I'm like, but after a while, you start learning that shit is cheesy as fuck. So when I got to record Twist used to always say my name in rap. So I just started using his little one line that he say, like, allow Doug Tracks to make a monster fuck 'em, or Doug Tracks going stupid, or y'all used to use it. Then I had one that say, cut that flight shit off, because it was this dude that used to come to the studio, and he was like, hey, Doug, cut that flight shit off for me. So I just took that and made it a tag. And then once I started calling myself Ducky Devito, it took me a minute, but then I started sending tracks to Atlanta and getting on little beat battles and shit. And I needed a good tag. So I went with Devito. And that's what it is now.
So let me ask you this. Do you think the tag could hurt the producer?
Yeah, it could. It could depend on what it is.
Elaborate how so?
Okay, this is what I say. I got a producer guy in the city that some people don't heard of, some people haven't, but he was one of the dope. He one of the dope was in the city. Like Uncle Duke. You done heard his beat.
Yeah, absolutely.
But his original tag was so trash. I had to tell Twist a million times. This before I met him. This before I met Duke. I said, tell Duke to take that fucking tag off. Because his name was Dookie Stains at first.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I hated it. I was like, no. Tell him, because his beats was so hard. And I was like, that tag was just, I hate it. So now he got it. I think he got his beats doing his tag now.
That's my
Uncle Duke.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure other people call him that, but I started calling him Uncle Duke. Because he had both of those things. He had Dookie Stains, then he had the Uncle Duke Stains. And I said, that should be his fucking rap name. I mean, his producer name, Uncle Duke. I mean, it's too hard. So I'm pretty sure other people calling that, but I started calling him Uncle Duke. So his initial tag was terrible. And I feel like it would have made people not like his beat.
Yeah, because I was like, I mean, all the beats I've heard that he made that I've heard was dope. But I was just like, what the hell is that? I mean, that's what I was thinking when I heard the tag. But I mean, the tag.
And that's how it would be. Yeah, that's how it be. It's like the beats be so hard, but when you hear that tag, it's like, oh, what was that? Just like now that I go back and listen to my beat, hearing that Who's Your Daddy shit, it's so cheesy. I'm like, oh my God, this would have never went well.
But I think once, if the beat is dope enough, you'll forget about the tag.
Yeah, if the beat is dope enough, but some tags you can't forget about. You're like, all right, dog, I'm gonna cut that tag out when I get this beat. That tag sound crazy. Like I feel like my Who's Your Daddy was just obnoxious, annoying. Like I don't even know why I did that. It was just terrible.
So let me ask you this. Then you also produce a song for, let me see. You produced a song for Frank White and Future, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, now Chucky did that. Now, if you want a story about that I can give the story about that. I hope Frank White don't be mad at it. But
I know the story, but if you want to tell it, that's on you.
Well, I just say this. Long story short, me and Twist, they set the play up. Me and Twist had the song for him. It was called I forgot what the song was called. We had the hook and the beat ready for it. We had it all together. So that's why we was going down there. So we went down there to the studio. We got there. Trey White changed his bag, and he was looking for beat. So me and Twist was sitting there like, bro, we done worked all day on this beat and this hook, and he done changed his bag. So he wasting time in the studio, and he looking for beats. So they called Coop send beats. They sounded horrible as fuck in the studio. They do scraps for me, so they finally get a beat from Chucky. You know, Chucky's little brother.
That's who, little brother?
Frank White little brother.
Okay.
So Chucky Beats they rapped that on Chucky Beats. Now me, I did the beat he did with a Young Buck.
What's
that Blake song?
Okay.
Then what you know about saying Blake Pirates in the Sink, Junkies at the Duck?
Yeah,
I made that track.
Okay.
It's on the same mixtape.
Yeah, I think it's on Who is Frank White. I think that's the mixtape.
Yeah.
So I got a question. For the original song, who was gonna do the hook? For the one that y'all made the beat, who was gonna do the hook?
Future.
Okay. Cause
I'm saying you talking about the Future feature.
Yeah.
Well, we just did the hook just to have an idea. Like,
I'm saying when y'all had the idea, who did y'all have in mind to do the hook?
We didn't have nobody in mind. I don't think Future was ever supposed to do a hook. He was just gonna do a verse. So we were trying to make something that Future would go crazy on, because it was an auto-tune hook, and it was straight on Future style. So the song was called Filthy. Okay. That's what it was called.
I got a question.
Yes.
Cause I wrestled with this when I heard it. No disrespect to Frank. That's my guy. Salute to Frank White. Salute to Twist, T Riser. It's two songs that I heard. And I said, this me. I hope they don't get mad, but I'm going to be honest. I said, why the hell they didn't have them do the hook?
Well, I think that's everybody's consensus, bro.
No.
At the time that you...
These the two songs, and you tell me am I tripping? And one of them, I still love the song, but I think it would have done even more if the artist would have did the hook. The Respect with Twist, T Riser and Project Pat, and the song with Future. Future is known for doing hooks.
Well, at the time, man, he wanted Future on the verse. We thought it should have been a hook, and that's why we made the hook the way it was. I wish we could find that damn song that we did, because we did the beat and the hook, and it was perfect. It would have been like, if Future would have heard that and just redid it, what we did, it would have been a hit.
So I got a question. Why? So I ain't gonna say nobody, because a lot of people say, man, ain't nobody from the city made it. Making it to our standard, Isaiah Rashad with TDE end up getting, I think he's got a distribution now. Shout out to Big Brett. She's with 21 Savage. I think it's Slaughter Gang or something like that. Isaiah Rashad, Big Brett. I don't want to miss nobody. Isaiah Rashad, Big Brett. Slat Zai got signed to is it Capitol Records? I want to say it's Capitol.
I think so.
So,
and I Polo close to getting signed.
Young Polo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he close. I think he close.
Shout out to Young Polo. So this is my question, and I think you a great person to have this conversation with. This question: why? What's the problem with most artists not being able to get over the hump? in this city? Because, and I want you to give it to me all the way real.
Because everybody want to do what a lot of already doing. You can't go. It's already a million niggas in Atlanta doing exactly what we trying to do. So we trying to go down there and do what they doing. We just make it a million and one when we go there. Now it's nothing different, and they tell you that. Like when you play your music, they gonna be like, "Man, this shit sound like everything else." It can be hard. Like Clown is hard. Brad, I done heard some of the music. She hard. Like all these people in Chattanooga, they got some hard music, but it's like it's not standing out from nobody else. And how you gonna go to a city and adapt to what they doing? And it's already a million niggas doing that shit already down there.
So let me ask you this about you brought up Clown. Do you think Clown I think Clown style stands out. I think so. I could be wrong. But it might need to be pushed in a different way.
You want to know what Clown to go crazy?
Absolutely.
Alabama. If Clown went to Alabama, he'll go crazy. If Clown went to Florida, he'll go crazy. If Clown went to South Carolina, he'll go crazy.
Why those places?
Because those markets are going to rally around here faster than Atlanta will. Even if he went to South Georgia, if he went to South Georgia, Valdosta, Augusta, playmaking, he'll go crazy. He in Atlanta, and he not going to, no matter how much we know his rapping ability is top tier, he not going to step above all this down there. It's too many people. It's too many. You go to Alabama where there ain't too many people. I'm telling you, Clown went to Alabama. Then he'll rap circus around a lot of niggas in Alabama. And they gonna love him because they gonna look at him as a hood nigga. Fucking with them, they gonna love him. People don't understand that it's way more markets than Atlanta.
I'm with you on that.
Way more markets than Atlanta. Like, you got Alabama's a big market that I feel like don't nobody exploit. Alabama be wanting people to come down there and go crazy. All you have to do is find the local artists in Alabama, align yourself with them, you gonna get love. But don't nobody want to do that. Everybody want to run to Atlanta.
So, okay, with that being said, also, next question. Why we don't have artists linking up with producers, staying with the producers and developing a sound?
Well, first of all, a lot of the producers that's out, this is what it is. This the guys of the truth. You can't be on a song rapping about how much money you got, do this, do that, do this, and you don't flip that back to your producer. Sometimes the producer just need a little flip back to be like, okay, I'm locked in with him, but then he might throw you music for free. You showing appreciation. You get what I'm saying?
Understood.
Sometimes you got to, like, a person sitting there and just doing stuff for free, or I ain't getting nothing from it, no kind of exposure or nothing, and you just making songs about how much money you got, and you ain't paying them, bro, that's all gonna go for so long. And right now, these kids ain't gonna do that for them.
So, like, cause I be tripping on it's. I'm not gonna call no names because I want to make my point without people getting in their feelings. You have artists who can rap, but they don't have a sound and they don't have an identity. They just know how to rap. And
but we can't. Okay, this is the thing. I can't really You got to tell me a person. You got to give me an idea of who you think. Like I ain't trying to start that with nobody, but but I feel like they should. I feel like they should understand if you say it like we know you can rap, you just don't have an idea. Like some rappers just don't have. Some rappers just don't really care about being big. Like they don't really care about being famous. They just do it because they love it, and that's. I think a lot of people get that misconstrued too, thinking, "Oh man, they doing this and they ain't getting nowhere." Well, they probably okay with where they at. They just doing it because they love it.
I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna tie into what I was gonna say without saying no names. Like you got artists who can rap, but they piss poor at interviews. They don't have the look. Like you might have somebody who had the look, but their music is subpar. You might have it's like everything is in a mixed bag. And what need to go to like you might have somebody who got the money, but they want to rap, but they can't rap. Then you got the rapper who don't have no money and ain't got no look. So it's like, man, let's put it together.
That's the sad thing about music that I don't like. It's because, like you said, the dudes that can rap the best probably don't have the image. The dudes that can barely rap probably got the image. And it's hard to like put it together. And sometimes people just don't want to listen. Like you can take different people be like, bro, you hard, but you gotta dress a different way. Or you gotta dress what your body type is. Or you gotta dress it, you know what I'm saying? Like if you around here you got a dad vibe, but you trying to dress like the young niggas with the skinny clothes, then you fuck it up. You gotta dress how to make you look the best. But they also go with maybe trying to look at these stylists. Do we got any stylists? Because maybe that's what we need.
Man.
Maybe we need stylists in the city that can take somebody, see that they shape whatever way they shape, and can get them to rock shit that's make them look good.
You know what I'm saying? I'm finna put something out there, and this artist, when I put this out there, he gonna know. I want him to feel a certain type of way, cause I love him to death, but he pissed me off with what I'm finna say. This guy changed his look, and he gonna know who I'm talking about. I ain't gonna call his name. I want him to feel it. He changed his look, and he got more traction once he changed his look than he ever had, and he dope artist. Dope. Then he went back, and the attention on him dropped off. And I told him, bruh, listen, I will take you, and I'm gonna make this personal, cause so I know he gonna know who I'm talking about. I will go with you to pick out what you gonna wear. I'm gonna make sure you gonna be on point. It never happened. And he's a dope artist. One of the best rappers I ever heard in this city, hands down. But the attention on him fell off because, for one, his body type looks better in being presented the way he was presenting himself. And
okay, let me stop. I say this because I don't know who you talking about. I really don't. But I say this. This is my brother. I was told like last week that Twist should always dress in a suit type attire because he looked more bossier the way he was doing in the last couple of videos. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
What was told to me is he should do that more often. Because that make him look more of what he's trying to be is like the boss, true, nightish type shit. He need to stick with that. Now, I can tell Twist that, but ultimately Twist is his own man. He gonna do what he gonna do. I agree with it because these last couple of videos he did when he was on his boss shit, I feel like that was the best shit ever. And that didn't even come from me. Like I usually give him little hits, little shit to do. That didn't come from me. That was his doing. He wanted to do the whole boss shit. And I think that works for him.
I'm a go against my word just this one. I don't normally do this, but if he fall out with me, I love him, and I gotta say it. So normally I don't do this, but hey, it's all love. Hopefully he don't feel no type of way. I'm talking about T Riser. That's who I'm talking about.
I pretty much figured who you were talking because somebody else came to me and was like, bro, he need to keep doing those videos when he on that boss shit. Man. And I'm like, I kind of agree with you on that.
I told Twist, T Riser, your name rolling, my name rolling. I told this young man, bruh, you'll be out. Twist, I'm gonna say this directly. I'm looking at I know you gonna watch this. I'm looking directly in the camera. If you want to be out of here, that's what you need to do. And if anybody think I'm lying, y'all get in the comments and say, RMJR, you telling a damn lie. But
this the funny thing.
And that's my dude.
You know, before this, he never really wore a suit.
I understand that.
So I think now he's more susceptible to doing it after you done did it, and you get people like, y'all dog, you was fresh and that. Like he get more of that. I think he's susceptible to keep doing it. I think that was a good look. Like them 2 videos that he had did, because it was 3 and all, but I think I only really seen 2. On finish 2, they was amazing, bro. And I think that's him because of what he personifies the whole boss. It matches up when he dressed like that.
Absolutely. That's my dude. And I told him, I'm like, bruh, nothing but love to him, nothing but love for him still. But come on, bruh. I want to see you win. And it's like, and it's not to pick on nobody, because it's all love, but it's just like, let's do what works. This work.
I think I honestly feel like he'll get, like, one thing I know is he'll get, like, once he hear this, he'll agree. You know what I'm saying? He might have a little pushback, but he'll agree. Because I think he really I think when he put that suit on and the hat with the cigar, I think he felt good doing it. Once he did it, I think he felt comfortable doing it like that. I think his thing is, I don't think he want to just be stuck walking around like that all the time. But I'm like, bro, it was, when he did it, it was cold. Like, it fit.
Hey, man. So, and it's just like a lot of people, we got to get out of, I want people, and I know you want, especially Twist, we want him to go to the next level. Clown, want him to go to the next level. Coop to the next level.
You can just stop on Coop. He's not going to the next level.
Don't do Coop like that, man.
He's not, man, until he get out of his own way and make shit that sound like now. He's not. And you don't even have to block this out. Keep it in. I listen to his album, and I feel like his next album, he need to let Big executive producer.
You say what now?
I listen to this album that he keeps talking about now.
Mm.
I think he need to let me executive produce his next album.
The one after this one.
If he come out with another after this one, I think he need to let me executive produce.
Why is that?
Because I give him one of his best albums he ever made.
Hey, if he quit being stubborn, we'll see.
We know that ain't gonna happen. Coop is gonna still Coop. Coop is always gonna Coop.
So, who inspires you as artists in this city? And it could be a rapper, a singer. Like when you see them, when you see their artistry, when you hear their music, who inspires you? That you might not ain't work with. You said none of them? Nobody?
None of them. No, none of them inspire me.
Nobody.
And there's no shade to nobody. Everybody doing their thing, but I'm way past what everybody's doing. Like I'm past all of it. Like I don't even listen to rap half the time. So
now I'm saying this could be an R&B singer. Like this ain't just.
From what I heard, none of it. You don't know. You want to take that back, Zoe. And I keep throwing it out there that I want to work with her, and I think she keep on not listening. But Zoe is amazing.
I need to get on her. I need to get up on
Zoe Boy. Oh my God, she kind of like Amy Winehouse, like Adele, that type of vibe.
I need to get up on her. So let me ask you this.
Man.
Let me ask you this. Since you brought up a female, I'm gonna bring up two females. Ben, you know who Bendy is?
Yes, I've heard of her.
You heard any of her stuff?
I must say I haven't, so that's why I'm not gonna kick her back in because I think I only heard her on this one song, and I don't think that was a good representation of what she probably is.
Okay. So, all right, that's one artist. Baby Mother.
I've been rocking with Baby Mama for a long time. Baby Mama used to want to get beats from me, and I couldn't make the type of beats that she needed.
Cause Baby Mother is dope. I think I'm gonna be honest.
She's always been dope though. When she stayed around the corner of my mama their house, she's always been dope. Like she's always been fly, always can rap. She just run that whole, that pound town girl. She was doing that type of rap a long time ago.
Like I think I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna go on a limb and say this. Baby Mother has developed a sound, a style that will last for a long time. And I put her style in the same league as people put Project Pat style.
Let me tell you something funny about Baby Mother. Cindy Kush, aka Baby Mama, she used to be called Cindy Kush.
Yeah,
before Baby Mama.
I wasn't up on her at the time, but I did my research.
So I was up on her when she was just breathing more, but when she was Cindy Kush, that's when I was wanting to produce for her. I just couldn't make the sound that she needed. She needed a particular sound that I just could not tap into. But I knew it was hard. I just couldn't tap into. So I used to always like encourage her. I know she probably don't remember, but I used to always be like, dope, like, you hard. You got this. When she was just recording on her phone. But what she did was she had a niche sound that I think what helped her out is the fact that the LGBTQ community loved it. Once they got a hold of it and she got in places where like New York, in Brooklyn and shit, where the LGBT they got their own thing, like different. When she got to them different places, she was out of there.
Because
she slipped out of here before I was ever signed.
Yeah. I agree. See what I've learned about Baby Mother, and I've listened to her songs, and I'm gonna be honest. I just got up on Baby Mother. AK Films, shout out to my boy, man. Shout out to my brother. AK Films put me on Baby Mother. And I was like, Baby Mother. He was like, man, look, you need to go get up on Baby Mother. And I went and listened. I was like, what? And it's like, it's unique. Like, she knows, look, I need to rap on this. I need to be on this type of beat. And it's
hold on, that is you said. She is kind of like the female Project Pat.
I know. See, one thing about me that people, I guess they don't want to accept. I know music. I know the sound. I study this. And I told somebody this, and people will not. I'm gonna go on a limb, and I'm gonna say this on this interview. Project Pat, and I've interviewed Project Pat, and I asked him about this artist. Project Pat took elements of Player Fly and perfected it. And if
I don't know, I don't know, man. It's blasphemy.
No. Listen, he took. I know you up on earlier Player Fly.
First of all, if you know me, anybody that knows me know, Player Fly is my top artist.
Okay, so after this interview, go listen to Player Fly. I ain't saying he just like Player Fly, but he took elements of Player Fly and made it his own.
But which Fly though? If we talking about Lil Fly when he was with 3-6 and doing shit with DJ Squeezy, or we talking about Player Fly on Fly shit, moving on?
Like,
all those.
It's like moving. It's like right in the moving on that I be in. Nobody needs nobody. All that right there.
I never thought about it, but I guess I go listen because I gotta listen to that one.
Cause now I'm saying he took elements of that.
Oh, okay.
Not like he ain't sounding just like him, but he took like, okay, think about this. It let flat like the whole thing of flat, and then you think of patard, like that right there. That's it. Like, wasn't nobody doing it. Like they can say, boom. Wasn't nobody doing it to the degree that Fly was doing it. And Pat took it and made it his own. Cause his voice is different. And he married a style and
I see what you're saying. Cause now I'm thinking about it. I remember old songs that Project Pat was on, and he didn't sound like that.
People don't.
He said he rapped totally different at first.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I got you. You know, I'm a real big like this. I've been listening to this blues since '92. So like, Gangsta Pat, Project Pat.
Yeah.
When Player Fly was Lil Fly, when Yo Gotti was Lil Mario and Lil Yo.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, see, like a lot of people don't know the history of the music. And it's one artist. I'm gonna say this for him when I interview him. It's one artist from here. Everybody love him, but his style comes from another artist from here who is deceased. And I'm gonna say that for when I tell you off camera. And you
who is the deceased artist though? You can at least say that one.
No, I can't, and I'm gonna tell you why. Cause if I tell you the deceased artist, you gonna be like, oh, it's that obvious.
Yeah, you gotta tell me off mic.
It's that obvious. Cause I be like, that ain't nothing but. And once I say it, you gonna be like, yeah. God, I'm talking about the cadence and everything. But
see, we can't get into that because it's a lot of people in Chattanooga that rap like people from before in Chattanooga, and I think that'll cause controversy if we really got into that.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, one of the favorite rappers in this city, his whole style is another rapper who was.
See, you doing this, but you're not saying. At least say who the style, the person he took it from.
If
at least say who.
Like, I can't say that because it's too obvious.
I would tell you somebody, and I'm not shitting on the person. And I'm really not shitting on the person, but I know a person that kind of got they swag style, not the swag, because they always was a get money nigga. I know they've been a get money nigga forever. But the way they rap, I know they was influenced by Mike D.
They rapping now?
Yeah, now they rapping now, but they was.
Okay.
And I know for a fact they was influenced by Mike D.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to Mike D on the Psychos, and I could probably tell you, like, oh, okay, that's who that is. But I mean, and it's nothing wrong with taking a style and mixing it. Cause I'm gonna put this out there. If people really tap into it, Mystical is two people mixed together.
What's the two people though?
Who, like, all right, I can say this. Mystical is LL mixed with Busta Rhymes. Early LL and Busta Rhymes.
LL, I wouldn't rely on him like that.
Like, I'm talking about I'm Bad LL and Busta Rhymes.
I have to check that one out too.
Cause it's just like, and it's like people been doing it from the beginning of time where you take different, like, let's be honest. Kendrick Lamar is Eminem and Andre 3000 mix.
Yeah.
Like,
but people say that and they don't know why. I'm like, he Andre 3000 because his vocal inflections, the way he do, like all that, you can tell where his influences are.
Yeah.
Like most people's music, you can tell where their influences are. Like Twist, earlier Twist, you can tell he was influenced by Twister and shit like that. Like that, it makes sense.
That's hence the name Young Twist.
But that shit's just so funny. I remember first time meeting him. Because even though I heard him rapping and didn't really know he was, my first time meeting him, Twist was a beat maker. So,
like, I got a story. It's interesting that you brought up the instigator. And what's crazy, when I was rapping, me, Twist, Young Trey, he was Trey at the time, they was doing the hood up thing, and my homeboy Trey, they call him Tricky. He on songs with Smoke Dog.
Oh, that's when you was Mr. Very Pimpin'.
Absolutely. So check this out. and you could probably go on the instigators page. Jelly Roll and Haystack was together that night at the Guard. I was on the show. I forgot what happened. I don't even think I performed. But Twist Trey 80, and Tricky all rode to the show with me in my white Explorer. And if my memory serves me correctly, that's where Twist and Trey 80 met the instigator.
Should be.
And hey, I could be wrong, but I think I got a great memory. And hey,
listen, the funny thing is, people can shit on Steve. Steve done been around for a while.
Let's see. I'm gonna be honest. This was this old? Ooh, this was like 07 or something. Like this was.
I told you I met them at Big Stacks house in the basement.
Yeah,
I came down there I'm like, who is he white boy?
Yeah, like this was back then. Like I think I met Steve. We might have linked up through this. How old this was? MySpace. I think we might have linked up through MySpace.
Yeah, they were like that. I thought the last for MySpace was like 2006, 7, wasn't it?
Man, like it's been that long ago. Like, so it's like that's why people be like, I don't even like get into the like I know the history. Like I know the history of a lot of things, and I be like, it be funny to me, and I be like, okay. But it's like ain't nothing wrong with paying homage. But a lot of people gotta learn their history. Cause it's like you can't be this. I'm gonna say this. You can't call yourself a Chattanooga hip hop historian and you don't know a big part of the history.
If you don't know Ralph Children.
RC Production.
RC.
Like
you gotta know who he is.
RC Production, Kevin Freeman, aka Block. You
gotta know these people.
Like, cause if you know a lot of people, if you say you're a hip hop historian and you don't know who the unit was, come on now. Cause it's like, what we doing? Like, my thing is, I be trying to get away from hip hop, but I'm like, man, I gotta teach these folks. Cause I'm like, y'all they don't even remember Block Life was Conscious Steps before it was Block Life.
But you gotta think, don't nobody have only one person I know got CDs. Maybe Mom Pimp got them, but Steve, the only person I know got a lot of those old CDs.
I guarantee you, shout out to Maul. I guarantee you Maul got them.
And to me, I feel like it's a duty with Maul to take them shits and put them up somewhere where we can go listen to them.
Put them in the museum.
I feel like the city needs to be able to listen to what music sound like. Don't nobody, man. A lot of people don't even know we know Shine. A lot of the newer kids, they don't know Shine. They don't know Lil P that was the craze in 97, 98. Like, they don't know, they don't know this. They don't know, I forgot who had that CD with the dude with the afro smoking the blunt. That, in here, XL, the week gone, let's be to the store to get some more, like, niggas don't know them rappers, like.
Yeah.
Endangered species, whether I liked it or not, but they were still a big part of Chattanooga, like.
Drew Watt and K Knight. Like
that's who rapped that song.
That's who was in Endangered Species was K Knight and Drew Watt.
Folks don't know about that. Folks don't know about a lot of people don't know about Black Folk Incorporated or Walt, like Fighting Woods.
Yeah, P-Dub. And it's like you gotta know your history. And it's like, even with that, a lot of people don't even know, like, even with people talk about Fam. But a lot of people don't even remember when Fam was just WS product.
But you would know because you was in the West Side. So,
and guess what? You know what's crazy? And I did the interview with Shorty. The WS didn't even stand for West Side Product.
what he saying for?
Wood and Shorty. Shorty said it himself.
Oh, okay. Hollywood or something.
Absolutely. So it's like we gotta.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about this for a second. I know we've been talking about. I didn't really know, and being that fam, I didn't really know how dangerous that really was when I was there. That was a dangerous situation, bro. Like now me being old and realizing what I was in,
Yeah,
and me being over there by myself, I'm like, bro, it was some niggas over there. Like I ain't always gonna say what they was, but they was their ones.
Fam Records was Chattanooga's version of Death Row.
Death Row, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and anytime somebody asks me a question, I'm like, all I can say is, this is what happened when the album come out. Niggas record, and then when you know the album about to come out, niggas don't be in the studio for like 3 weeks. Yeah. I don't know what they doing in them 3 weeks. I don't know how they getting the money they getting.
Yeah, that was
getting
like, and I remember Fam early in Conceptions, they was recording that To Die For. Like the first Fam album, I know and Maul and Shorty could correct me if I'm tripping, but the first 2 songs, if I'm remembering correctly, or that early part of that album was recorded at To Die For on Market Street.
Cause I don't know how they got there. They had a real, like that was the first time me going to, and it's funny because I was young. That was a real studio. Like they had the board.
Yeah, absolutely.
They was the first, and they might have been the first people in the city recording on computer. Cause most people was on ADAT at the time. Cause I know, I think Block was on that. All them folks on ADAT. They was recording on Cubase, like straight in the computer.
Yeah, cause like Shorty, the first 2 people that I seen record on computer, I can't say who did it first, but Shorty, Fam, and Block. Them was the first people I seen.
I'm 100% sure it was Shorty them. Cause I think Block at the time had that. He was recording on, through computer, but he still recording on that.
Yeah.
At the time when I know when Sam was doing it. Sam wasn't on no DAC. Like they didn't have a DAC. They might have had it, but they wasn't using a DAC when I got there.
Yeah.
They was straight on Cubase, recording on Cubase.
Yeah. Cause a lot of people don't remember. A lot of people don't even know what an ADAC is. These new rappers, they don't even know what an ADAC is.
Yeah, they don't know what ADAC is. They don't know recording on hard disk. They don't know none of that shit, bro. Like, they don't know about having to beat all these stupid ass, big ass keyboards up to get different sound. They don't understand none of that shit. Like I came out with shit. Man, going to the studio trying to track a beat, you had to load your truck up to get all your shit in up.
Yeah, it was.
Damn.
So, like, but you say don't. So, do Baby Mother inspire you?
Nah.
Cause that ain't your speed.
Nah, it's just like it ain't my speed, but it's just I don't know about it. Producers, first line producers inspire, but ain't nobody in the city inspiring me. It's not because they're not good. Like it's Chattanooga got some amazing producers, but I look for the next sound, the next level. So it's like the producers I listen to, most people probably wouldn't even like them. Okay. Like the person I'm listening to right now is Benny X. And if I say that to certain people might know who he is, certain people might not, but he just got the big futuristic sound. Okay. And I love it.
Okay. So you after the new thing.
Yeah, what's new? What sound different? what's better. That's what I be on. Like I'm tired of this same monotonous sound and everybody making it, and I'm tired of it.
So do you see us as a whole getting away from that sound? Or people, this city stuck
So
on.
we always gonna follow whatever Atlanta do. Love my producers to death. I know all of the dope shit, but we always gonna follow Atlanta. I don't know if it's because we just so close or we feel like we gotta do what they doing to compete or to be heard, but nah, we always gonna follow Atlanta.
So I gotta ask this before we wrap this up. I gotta ask this. So we left off with Twist. So what happened? Cause at one point it was like you was solely Twist. If I remember correctly, you was his soul. It was like you and him were like Dre and Snoop.
Yeah.
So what happened to where y'all kind of y'all still rock with each other? I know that y'all still brothers, but what happened?
Yeah, we talk every day.
So what happened? The way y'all stopped working together so closely, like where
Listen, realistically, what happened is life happened. What happened was
Understood.
I got with a person. I'm not even gonna allude to who this person is. If she have any inkling and thinking I'm talking about her, she gonna be bad. So
I got
I
you.
got with I got with a person. I kind of got consumed with that and doing the family shit. Now I just kind of like bagged off of music. Now it's crazy for me to bag off music, but I didn't have, how you just lose. I just lost everything. I lost myself in this situation. And with Twist, I always push him to, nigga, don't wait on me. Keep doing your thing. Like,
Absolutely.
never don't be mad. Don't never be stagnant. Keep doing your thing. If I'm not producing for you, find somebody that'll produce for you. And I always gonna be in the studio to say, no, I don't like that beat. I don't like that song. Put this beat right here. I'm always gonna produce. Like I produce a lot of Twitch shit. I just don't make all the beats.
Okay.
I'm more of a Dr. Dre now. Like whoever he get beats from, he record it. I listen to it. I might rearrange it. I might say add this, take this out. That's what I'm on.
Okay. So is it like? So I got a question because I heard your project, dope project, by the way.
I appreciate that.
So are we gonna get a Ducky Devito Mike Jet full length project?
Probably not.
That's
Probably not.
That's kind of disappointing to me.
It's really on him. Like anything that I say, even if you hear this, I don't be caring because it is what it is. But he don't care, and that's the problem I have with him now. Like I'm really pushing this project, like really pushing it. Anybody know me? I'm in everybody inbox, every girl inbox, seeing if they listen, checking back, seeing if they listen, sending it to different people. I ain't saying him do shit, and I'm like, you featured on this, and you get 50% of it. So why am I doing all the work?
Come on, Mike.
You get? I mean, he know what's up. I done had a conversation with him, so he know what's up. So like, I'm not gonna take his split from him because ultimately he did put the lyrics to the beats, and that's what I needed him to do. Because Mike is a dope ass writer. A lot of people might not like it because people have expressed that they didn't like what he was talking about, and you know what I'm saying. I understand everybody not gonna like drugs and sex and girls. Like I get it. But the project gonna find who it need to find.
Absolutely. Like
it's gonna resonate with somebody.
Cause I told T Riser when the whole like the first this might be like the second or third installment of the Rat Racers, but like when Mike Jet I think third shift? And
third shift.
So when I was like, man, I told Twist, I said, bruh, To me, Mike Jett is like, he like a, I don't know about, I'm talking about as far as like musically, he put me in the mind of a Wale.
Most people say Drake. Most people been saying Drake to me.
I'm saying Wale because if he want to get in his bag, he can really rap.
He definitely can. He definitely can rap.
And he make the songs, he make those female type songs, and it could be like the Up in My Bed. Like, I was like, I told you, I was like, hey, bro, that's out of here.
He ain't got no drive though. None whatsoever. I ain't gonna kick his back in because ultimately, like, Mike is an excellent writer. I love Mike. I really feel like I need Mike. Like, the way I feel about Mike is how I felt about Twist. Because for a long time, I was looking for one artist that I could get my hand and they just go crazy. And Mike is literally Twist. He just do more singing than Twist did. Twist can write like the drop of a hat. Mike can do that too. And that's why I still be wanting to deal with him, but he ain't got no drive. He done kind of made us through a situation out or two with him not having drive or not caring or whatever it is. And the thing is, you can't get mad because you can't make people have drive if they don't want it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Mike, because I had been looking for Mike. I was like, man, I like dude, talented. What? Like, I want to hear some more stuff. And I was like, man.
Now the situation with Mike, you would have to get that story for Twist. But there's a reason why he'll be around like that.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a situation. We want him. I want him back in the fold, but it's kind of situation kind of rough. So it's kind of I think I kind of made a couple people kind of mad that I even doing a project with him. Twist wasn't one of them. Twist was cool with it, but a couple of other people was kind of mad that I did a project with him.
Yeah, understood. So tell the people the name of the project and where can they find it? Because they need to listen to it. Those who all music heads need to listen up.
Well, the project is called Interstellar Demo, which is just a collection of demo songs. It's not a real album. It's really songs that we was doing for a demo project for somebody else bigger. And we kind of missed that opportunity, and I just didn't want to be sitting on the songs. So I was like, well, let me put the songs out. So it's available everywhere. It's up under my name. You look up Ducky Devito, DuckyDevito, and you look it up on any streaming platform, it should come up.
Yeah, so what's next for Ducky Devito?
Well, right now I'm working on an instrumental album because with me coming out with this project, a lot of people were saying, hey, I wish it was just the beats. I be telling them, like, that's why I put the beats on the second half. And a lot of people were like, well, the music was cool. Well, the lyrics was cool, but I just want to hear the beat. So I'm working on an instrumental album now, which it should be done by the end of the month. And I'll probably coming out with it the first week of August or the second week of August.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this out there because I love my boy Coop to death. I'm gonna throw this out there. Do you remember when Yo Gotti dropped Dollar for Dollar? The challenge.
Nah.
You don't remember?
Yeah. I remember.
Okay, I don't make beats. I dabbled into it one time. So this is my thing. I think that element should open up a door for producers to make a beat, put it out there, get your paperwork done on the back end, have the hook already on there, a hook that go crazy, and I think it'll take the producer to the next level. once you put it out there for anybody to use it, but you already got it copyrighted, so you gonna make what you need to make on for it because you got it legally protected.
Yeah.
Why let me ask you this, do you think that's a good idea just to try?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Because
you can't lose. It's a win-win situation. Cause this probably a beat that's just gonna sit on your hard drive anyway. So why not just put it out there and make a little change on it? And maybe somebody make it hot. It may do better than you would ever thought it would.
And then that way, you already got your paperwork done on the back end.
But I'm gonna tell you this: I can't fully go into details. The Twitch got some shit in the works.
Okay.
But it's hip hop stuff and shit that I'm a part of. It's gonna be super damn dope. I can tell you off mic, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna kill shit. And that's what we're here working on that right now. Like I literally did the production, sent it out, and it's gonna go crazy.
Okay. Cause I don't like good ideas, and I ain't no hater. I throw out an idea for something. I want people to win. So I'm like,
yeah.
If we see the model, don't copy the style, copy the model. Okay. Yo Gotti showed us, okay, it's possible. Okay, you ain't gonna do it on a Yo Gotti level because you ain't there yet.
Yeah.
But it's possible to do that. Or even look at Hit Kid. Hit Kid got Glorilla on a song.
Hey. We ain't gonna talk about that. Let's go to something else. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, it is.
Don't give out too many ideas on this trail.
Hey, man. I'm going to leave it alone. So, man, I appreciate you for the interview, man. So, what I'm gonna ask you this last question, but before we get your handles so they can get in touch with you, what do you feel as a whole the city and the state need to do to get their stuff together? And then we'll put in how can they find you?
Okay, this is what I say, and I told you on another live that this will never happen. The city need to come together, be more unified. It's not gonna happen because everybody feel like they either feel like they bigger than the next person, or the person that they feel like they get signed feel like the other person feel like they bigger than the next person. It don't necessarily really be like that, but that's just how everybody feels. Everybody got an issue with everybody else because somebody might feel like somebody's bigger or they feel like they're bigger. When we can get past that and actually get together, like, we don't have to kumbaya and make songs together, but we can all get on the same page, make some kind of coalition or something to get some kind of uniform shit, we'll never make it. But if we can do that, we probably can bust up out this shit.
I agree. Do you know who Larry June is?
Yeah, definitely I know who Larry June is.
What you think about Larry June?
One of the dopest. I feel like he need to do a thing with Harry Fraud. I like that laid back ride music type shit though.
Do you know who Paco is?
Don't know who he is though.
I'm gonna put you in connection with Paco. Paco is Chattanooga's version of Larry June.
I do know who Paco is. You just tagged him in something.
Yeah, Paco.
Yeah, I say his name. I ain't never heard his music, but I say his name.
Paco. Chattanooga won't appreciate it, but Paco is Larry. Like, I'm like, bruh.
I've heard the Larry June.
Yeah. And when you listen to his music, call me and say, hey, man, you spot on or you tripping.
why you ain't hooked them on with Coop? Because I think Coop want to be on that Larry Jones shit anyway. I think that's what Coop's focus is.
I'm gonna tell you off camera how I found out he's our version of Larry June. Cause salute to Paco. I didn't get on Paco. I say this, and then they can assume what they want to assume. Coop, Chris Abernathy, shout out to Chris Abernathy, been telling me about Paco, but Coop actually kind of made me pay attention to Paco. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, man, where can the people find you at, man?
Well, I'm on Facebook, Jamal, Ducky Devito, Irvin, Instagram, Ducky Devito, TikTok, Ducky Devito. I'll fuck with Twitter. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm trying to get my YouTube together, but my YouTube is Ducky Devito. So everybody pretty much Ducky Devito.
Man, this has been another episode of the Deprogram show, man. Boy, this was a heavy one. So, whew. Hey, the truth, a lot of truth was told. If you get mad, that's just because you don't like the truth. So, this is the Deprogram show with your host, RMJR, and my special guest, Ducky Devito. And we gone.
All right, I'm out.